Remember how I was saying to you guys that all the stuff that RFK Jr. Is trying to do as far as food dyes and food additives is Democratic talking points by and large. But and so if the Republicans are the one that get it across the line, I'm taking the W, okay? We're taking the win. You and I, we're taking the win. If these assholes finally decide that the way to win over voters is to do stuff Democrats have been talking about forever in terms of public health, elimination of pesticides, elimination of poisonous and toxic food dyes, microplastics, all that shit, the stuff that we as environmentalists and people who care have been talking about for a long time, if they start doing that, high five. I give a shit. Take credit for it, dipshit. If you're saving lives, I don't care. But ultimately, you got to understand these were our talking points and you needed them to stay in office. That's because we know what we're doing. Okay. Secondly, I also told you that a lot of these things would have probably been handled a long fucking time ago if it wasn't for Republicans. And meanwhile, remember this guy, the great Gonzo? I'm all like, I should move myself down. I should shrink down like that so you can see stuff. This is there was a hearing. RFK Jr. has not done his fucking budget, hasn't done any of the work. Just like Kash Patel, these dickheads are just going to fucking UFC fights and wasting everybody's time and just like they're just enjoying the fame of their office while not doing the fucking job. That's what their days are made up doing. I'm just saying. So, but listen to this, whatever, Forbes, there's your thumbnail, whatever. There's a red dye. It was apparently going into, I don't know, they're dyeing clay testicles. I don't know. And then it's funny, but you look at RFK Jr. and he doesn't look like he swam in swamp water. So, check out the title of this guy. I think these dyes are safe. GOP lawmaker questions Secretary RFK Jr. on dyes used in food. Well, shit. If you think they're safe, I don't know what the fuck the rest of us are on about. And this goes right to my point. These are Democratic goals that he is getting across the finish line. I'm sorry it takes measles deaths to do it. It wouldn't if people would just vote sensibly for Democrats. But, some folks out there in the nihilist Gen G Whiz or Gen Zers or Gen Sexers or the baby doomers, whatever those generations are. Some of them are like, it's a coin flip between Harris and Trump. But at least with Trump, you get the greatest grift in the history of the White House in terms of a $400 million airplane and a bunch of violations of the Emoluments Clause. You get a bunch of babies with cancer kicked out of the country, and you get some dipshit in charge of Homeland Security that wants to play dress up. So, if it's a jump ball, apparently these folks would like the obliteration of Gaza and the obliteration of immigrant children. I guess it's for them, it's a win-win. So here we go. I think these dyes are safe.
Anyway, let me recognize Mr. Fleischmann.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Secretary, good morning. I'm Chuck Fleischmann. I represent the 3rd District of Tennessee. That's East Tennessee, Chattanooga, Oak Ridge.
Yeah. Big, lot of health resorts out there. A lot of organic food grown. I'm fucking with you. It's tobacco.
I want to thank you for stepping up in this important role and serving our great president, President Trump, in all of your endeavors.
Hallowed be his name. Amen.
I want to begin with a thank you.
You should begin, which is, if you're a believer, that's how you start every sentence, by be beginning.
I'm going to have some questions later about some other issues, but thanking you for the Center for Medicare and Medicaid Innovation under HHS, what it does with Oak Ridge, which was the birthplace of the Manhattan Project.
And the boys. Just saying, you're gonna be from Tennessee and you're not gonna bring up the Oak Ridge boys? Fuck is wrong with you, dude?
Oak Ridge National Laboratory in my district.
And the Oak Ridge boys.
It works to make sure that the Energy Employee Occupational Illness Compensation Program.
Illness? Is that like beginning? Do you begin with the illness? Is that like film, but with sickness?
The Department of Energy is run well, and it is. This keeps our hardworking
Energy
employees insured and cared for long after their years of service. So that's a profound thank you to you and yours for running that so well.
Citation needed. He didn't invent the fucking thing.
Mr. Secretary, I'm going to talk a little bit about the Food and Drug Administration.
Weird.
That is under my dear colleague and friend Andy Harris's jurisdiction. I chair Energy and Water. But while I have you here, Mr. Secretary, I know the FDA has taken significant steps to ban or phase out synthetic food colorings over the years, and I respect that.
Do you, though?
Current colors, though, Mr. Secretary, that are used and have been approved by FDA have been deemed safe for many years. Candidly, I represent many snack manufacturers.
And largely snack consumers.
I'm a big fan of the oatmeal cream pie.
Though, what? Look, what you do in your own time.
In many ways.
I think just one way, just eating it, I think. I don't think you stare at it for its aesthetics. It's 2 oatmeal cookies with sugar lard in the middle, which is fantastic. Don't get me wrong, but for fuck's sake, like, you don't stare at it longingly from out a car window. Hey, babe, let's go drive by the giant oatmeal cream pie outside of town. Look at the sunset across its crispy outer brownish gray shell.
I have M&Ms in my district. I know you're going to come and visit me in a couple of weeks. We can all have some M&Ms and Little Debbie's together.
Yeah. Oh, and he'll eat it too. I mean, dude, I don't get the part where the dude will literally swim in swamp water that is toxic. It's got like industrial waste in it, but he's like, ew, Little Debbie snack cakes.
But on a very serious note, we want to make sure that FDA has done due diligence to ensure the safety of these replacement colors.
No, you don't. No. You don't get to do that. You voted in Trump. You just sang his praises. RFK Jr. has been put in charge. Whatever he does, fuck you.
Work with me on that because, candidly, I think these dyes are safe. They've been approved, but really trying to find substitutes. The costs, we've seen estimates 5 to 10 times try to fix that. Will you work with me on that, sir?
Yeah, absolutely, Congressman. And
absolutely. By the way, I'm completely full of shit about these things. This is largely a distraction.
one of the, I think, the really important accomplishments that we've done over the past 100 days is we've been working with the food industry. And
yes, absolutely. Hand in asshole.
we found the food industry very, very receptive. We think we have good science that links almost all of these dyes with ADHD, with neurological injury, with cancer.
So basically, but you got to understand, frankly, if I may be, or rather candidly, I should just say candidly, because we got Skittles in my district too. If you want to come down to Tennessee, not only do we have M&Ms and Little Debbie's, we got a bunch of fucking kids that are, I mean, I can't get their attention with a signal flare. So we have cornered the market on all of the toxicity that you're talking about down there, and we think it's good, you know, because the world needs ditch diggers.
And they've agreed to phase out the two worst of them, which is orange bee and red citrus number 3.
What happened to red dye number 5? Red citrus number 3.
Within 2 months, and the other 7 dyes within 2 years. And some of the food companies like Tyson's Food have already eliminated them because of our talks. They asked us to do one thing. They said, can we try to fast track the vegetable dye substitutes that we need? And we have fast tracked those, and we've already got them approved.
Great. Yes. One of the new green colors, they're replacing one of these toxic chemical greens with poison ivy. Very vibrant leaf, very bright. It has a crispness when the sun bounces off of it. It's very bright, kind of a glowy green. Makes your mouth and every piece of connecting tissue out your backside itch uncontrollably, but it's just gorgeous. And no plant ever has been shown, and I know you guys know this to be a fact, to have any negative impact on the human beings. There are no poison berries in the world, and there are certainly no colors that come from those things that are completely natural, like lava and flea bites and malaria. Malaria is also completely organic, I would like to say. None of these are going to be a problem.
We have 3 dyes approved this week that are substitute dyes that can be used by the food industry, and we're going to continue to respond to the needs of the food industry.
And those would be?
To continue to work with them, and I'm happy.
Again, it is weird that they're like, for a long time we've known these things are toxic. There are replacements for them, but we'll just green light those right away. If we find out 10 years from now that they are as toxic or more toxic, I mean, is anybody really going to come after us? It'll be too fucking late.
Work with you, Congressman.
And I thank you. I thank you for your question and your answer and your response.
All the above, your words and the order that those words came in, and whether those words went up at the end so that it sounded like a question or down at the end where it seems like a statement. I don't know which is which, but I thank you for that. Skittle?
I wanted to talk with you about this subcommittee's oversight of the 340B drug discount program. I'm a strong supporter of that. I have hospitals in my district. It provides funding to safety net community health centers, hospitals, and other healthcare providers. Nope.
Sorry, Chattanooga. You can't be we can't afford it. We're too much in debt. What are we spending this money on? These are the tax dollars. Taxation is theft. Blue states are done paying for these red state sickos. I'm just kidding. Look at the irony.
With discounts from prescription drug sales. CHCs and rural hospitals across Tennessee have become dependent upon this program.
You don't say. Dependent. Huh. So the government program you're talking about is reliable and necessary, and people would be harmed without it. Big run out of Washington, D.C., this program is? Is that what I hear? That these people have come to rely on? This program that was voted on by all kinds of people, largely Democrats, and now it's in place, and you're worried about it being cut because blue states can afford to support their own citizens, but red states will be, yeah.
Just a question, sir. We've heard that this department will move oversight from HRSA to CMS. Can you either confirm or deny that, sir?
I can't because of the court order, but I can tell you.
He has no idea.
The 340B program, as you know, is it's not a straightforward program because it was originally intended for 100 institutions that were serving very poor communities. It's now,
which are all in Tennessee,
grown to 27,000 institutions. The patients themselves seldom get the benefits of the drug reduction, and actually 100,000.
Hey, asshole, he just told you that people in his district benefit from this thing. So you have two options here. One, you can say, I apologize. I was under the impression that patients aren't helped by this. Or you could go, we're going to help more patients because we want to expand it to more patients, but not to more organizations, which I think is the dodge that they will try. Or you can say, you're a liar, sir, and you probably work for Big Pharma.
Look at all the kind of satellite institutions. But we also recognize that it is the lifeblood of rural hospitals right now.
Yes. Nothing says lifeblood of rural hospitals like a 27,000 organization boondoggle that needs to be scuttled. Make up your fucking mind.
So we can't mess with that program without giving those rural hospitals something else that is going to support them, and we understand that.
Okay, what would that be? It sounds a lot like your ACA bullshit. It sounds a lot like Trump's, I have a much better, beautiful thing. Plan 2 weeks from now. Great plan. It's going to come. You're going to be amazed. It's going to glow in the dark and be covered in gold. And it'll purr your teeth, curl your hair, and give your tongue a sleigh ride. Meanwhile, we'll make do with the thing that Democrats actually designed and built and created.
Thank you, Mr. Secretary.
I can tell you that the drug companies are worried because if we do what President Trump wants, which is, through compliance with the executive order to go to
their clients will die.
Favored nation, it will lower the price of all drugs, which means it will further lower the cost of 340B drugs, and they consider that existential. So that is a problem that we all need to work out together.
Yeah, he didn't ask you about, are you going to cut the program because it's a waste of taxpayer dollars and it doesn't help people. He's concerned you're going to cut it, which is going to make drugs more expensive for people. The whole big pharma storyline is bullshit and besides the point.
Okay,
that's I don't even know, other than selling Little Debbie snack cakes, what this motherfucker is even talking about, except to suck up to Trump and also go, yeah, about that.